Good evening, everyone. Okay, thank you for joining us. We are in the midst of talking and listening to Master Hsuanhua's Shanti instructions. He's talking about, what's his
Good evening, everyone.
Chinese master's name? Tan something. Anyway, so I was looking forward to tonight to see what he does and the rest of his cultivation. So I couldn't wait, so I peeked a little bit. Let's continue, please. So he became a left-home person. He shaved his head. He said, made up his mind very quickly. He says, listening to the sutra, he became enlightened, and that's why a question mark in my mind, what level? For, as I said, Hinayana people, enlightenment is 1A, first stage, Arhat. For us, enlightenment in Mahayana is 4A, fourth stage, Arhat. Below that, we don't look at them as enlightened because still a lot of work to be done. And then, and so many of you are 1A and so forth and above. And then, but he was studying Prajna. He liked the Prajna Sutra, so he has Mahayana roots, therefore he could be 1G. So it is a question that's unresolved. I'm curious. Continue, please.
From that time on, he began to cultivate. He recited sutras over 500,000 times. The entire Wondrous Dharma Lotus Flower Sutra has 60,000 characters. He recited sutras over 500,000 times.
Okay, so his cultivation after he was enlightened was, and then shaved his head, was to recite sutras. It's only because back then there's no Chan yet. So the Indians have not transmitted Mahayana to China yet. That didn't happen. Wait. Bodhidharma, what time did he come? When did Bodhidharma come? Anyone remembers to China? Technology matters, folks. If you don't have the technology, the results will reflect it. Reflect your training, your knowledge. When did Great Master Bodhidharma come to China?
Master, according to Google, he came in the late 5th century, so right at the end of the Song Dynasty.
The Song Dynasty. Thank you. Okay, so at this time here, my Great Master Bodhidharma hasn't come to China yet. He didn't come to China yet, right? And this is before that. So that's why you see in China there's no Chan technology. In Buddhism, Chan is the most important training technology we have. And that's why all the Chinese Chan patriarchs need to be good enough in Chan. Okay? Including Master Hsuanhua, who, as I said, he's more a specialist in mantras or tantras, but when you reach a high enough level of the tantric schools, you naturally will understand Chan, even though you really are not a Chan specialist. Okay, and so, but in Mahayana, our training, all our training, it doesn't matter what school you're based on, is all based on the techniques of the Chan, training techniques of the Chan school. So, for example, here, this particular monk, he was reciting sutras. You can look at it as a form of Chan training as well. However, if you receive Chan training, you would be better off because in so he belongs to the teaching school where they recite sutras, and apparently his master too, his peers, his Dharma brothers too, they all recite a sutra. You can make that deduction because that's all they know. And so they went by volume. And you can do the same thing. And you recite sutras like they do. He recites sutras like hundreds of thousands of times. And particularly if you choose to recite Mahayana Sutra like he did. He recited Lotus Sutra, which had 60,000 Chinese characters, and recited like, a few hundred times. 500,000 times. And so he recited a lot. And the secret here is that when you recite these Mahayana Sutras, or even Hinayana Sutras, like the Hinayana people do, or the Tibetan people do, the sutras themselves have a certain magical thing. So that's one more thing that you want to add to your arsenal, your backup tricks. If you sit there and you're really bored and you really can't cross your legs anymore, you don't know what to do, I would pick up a sutra and read it, okay, or recite it silently. It will do you a ton of goods, okay? We've been very lax with your training so far, especially in those of you who are fasting. We leave you alone and hope you survive, okay? And that's about all it takes. And so you can also choose in your time when you have a little bit of energy and you can't really meditate, recite sutras. It's a very, very good thing to do. Sutras are very, very powerful. It does things to your mind, to your Buddha nature. Okay, so that's what early days of Mahayana Buddhism in China, a lot of people recited sutras, okay, only because they didn't have Chan training. So what's the difference? If you recite sutras, if you choose to recite sutras here, okay, you could cross your legs while reciting. That's much better than reciting. I'm pretty sure that he doesn't know about full lotus. Never received Chan training, so how would he know about full lotus? Maybe half lotus, okay? Chan was not transmitted from India yet to China. So I doubt that he would know about the Chan lotus position, the full lotus position. So you can cross your legs and do full lotus. If you can't, do half lotus. If you can't, do comfortable position, whatever. But you want to cross your legs because that's by design where the legs will become, your bending at the knees will prevent the blood from circulating and does wonderful things to you, okay? Make it a lot more challenging for you, okay? And the more challenge you have, the more you get out of it. Don't be afraid of a challenge. Challenges, the difficulties will make you tougher, more resilient, and stronger. Okay, more flexible, more patient, all the good things. All right, and so that's what you would do, and And that's, you see, a small tweak right there would have been a lot better for him. Okay? Is there a question? Go ahead, 3.
Thank you, Master. Jane Clymer just wants to add that Bodhidharma lived around the 5th century, and Song dynasty is way later, after 800.
Oh, after 800? Okay. 800. 5th to 800 is 300 years. That's enough for Chan to propagate. Okay. And so, anyway, and then I retract what I just said. Ignore me. I'm just an old fool. Yeah? What? I'm right? What? Bodhidharma came in the 8th century? It seems to me it's off because 6 patriarchs is what century? Yes, 8.
Just for clarification, Master Daoan lived from 312 to 385 CE, and Bodhidharma was there from 470 to 520 CE.
Okay, so he's before Great Master Bodhidharma, no?
Daoan was 100 to 150 years before Bodhidharma.
We can trust your AI search, or?
I think so.
Okay, very good. He's a professional researcher. You know, he does that for a living. And he's also knowledgeable. He can read Chinese, yeah? Yeah, okay, very good. Okay, so anyway, thank you all for your input. And so he you know, see, and here for recitation, he did it the hard way, the 500,000 times. That means he reads a lot. He recited all day. Okay. Another thing you can do that I learned from Master Hsuan is to memorize it. You recite from memory. Don't recite like him, Master Hsuan. When he tells you about these things, he reads it from the wordless. He read it from the Buddhist online library, okay, that few people have access to, okay, and that's why he knows all these stories, because oh yeah, he went to that temple, and then, you know, and so forth. That's what he did. Yeah, Master Hsuan have unlimited resources, unlike us. Okay, when he needed materials, he would check on his, you know, wordless website. Okay. Anyway, so he recited a lot and a lot and a lot. Okay, that's very good. It's a good strategy. Okay, don't worry about the count. Don't worry about 500,000 times. It's about concentration. You cross your legs, and if possible, if you can recite from memory, okay, that's fantastic. It takes, you require a lot of blessings. It takes a lot of blessings for you to be able to memorize Mahayana sutras. A lot of blessings. Okay? Reprograms your mind. All right, next.
He applied a lot of effort in his cultivation. He applied effort, however, he fell ill.
修行的人呢，会修行的没有病，他生病，病得很厉害，病得很厉害，很危险，越
Cultivators who cultivate will not get sick. He fell ill. His illness was very serious and very dangerous.
他危险，他怨念呢，当来下生弥勒尊佛，南无当来下生弥勒尊佛。
The more dangerous it got, the more he recited, Future Honored Maitreya Buddha, Namo Future Honored Maitreya Buddha.
弟子就问他：“师父，你怎么不求生西方极乐世界呢？你怎么？”
His disciple then asked him, Master, why don't you seek to be reborn in the Western bliss Pureland?
念这个当来下生弥勒尊佛。
Why do you recite Future Honored Maitreya Buddha?
他说：“你不知道，因为我和这个我的师傅，我们8个人发愿一起发。”
He said, You do not know, because my master and I, altogether 8 of us, made a vow.
发愿呢，要生多少天见弥勒菩萨。
Together, we vowed to be born in the Tushita heaven to meet Maitreya Bodhisattva.
然而，我的师父和这个道院呢，他们这7个人已经都去了，就剩我一个人呢，在这还没有去呢。
Now, my master and venerable Dalian, altogether 7 of them, have already all gone there. I am the only one left here who hasn't gone yet.
所以我一定呢要求生兜率天见弥勒菩萨。
So I must seek to be reborn in the Tushita heaven to meet Maitreya Bodhisattva.
说完这话之后，他更呢很虔诚的来念这个弥勒菩萨。问他这。
After saying this, he recited, even more devoutly, the name of Maitreya Bodhisattva.
这个徒弟呢，就看见这个有光啊，到这来。
Then this disciple of his saw light coming in.
那么他自己也看见这种祥瑞的光明啊，他就很欢喜的样子，就念得更一声接着一声不断。
Then he himself also saw this auspicious radiance, and he appeared very joyful. So he recited even more, one chant after another, without stopping.
那么以后呢，就这么在念南无当来下生弥勒尊佛的这个佛号的。
After that, he continued reciting the Buddha's name, Namo Future Honored Maitreya Buddha.
这种时候呢，他就圆寂，圆寂呢，在他面上也非常欢喜。
During this time, he passed away. As he passed away, the look on his face was also very joyful.
这也是道安法师一个有道的。
This was also one of Master Dao An's disciples who has the way.
Okay, let's go over these slides. Okay. So he did a lot of recitation, and it's not clear for how long. Okay. But he spent a lot of time reciting sutras. That's his specialty. So I can imagine that's what he would spend time together with his disciples reciting sutras. That's what people do in the temples, and maybe they get together and recite sutras and hit the woodfish so that everyone recites at the same pace. Okay, and that's what actually you see a lot from if you go to Chinese temples, like the one close by here. It's a stone's throw away. They have good food too, by the way. If you like Chinese food, it's very good. Okay, and they have a lot of Dharma assemblies where they basically would sit or kneel and have a narrow table in front of them, and they would recite, let's say, the Earth Store Bodhisattva and stuff like that. And they would do that the whole day. And it's wonderful, actually. I was doing that at Master Shinho's temples in Highland Park. Gold Wheel? Yeah, it's funny we never mentioned Gold Wheel. They're kind of old dormant down here, aren't they? They really are not doing much. Okay? Don't have a lot of good personnel, unfortunately. So they just mind their business, hide between the four walls. Anyway, so it's a very good practice, actually. It's demanding because when I was doing it at Gold Wheel Monastery for the first time, they made me kneel. When you recite sutras and in Master Shinho's temples, they kneel. At this temple, they sit on a chair. So that's why it's a lot less demanding. Okay? That's another tip for you. When you recite sutras, kneel. Don't sit too comfortably. If you can't cross your legs, then kneel. It's much better. So we kneel for the entire day to recite the Earth Store Sutra. And at the end of the day, after an hour or so, my back hurt like hell. I couldn't take it. And then between breaks, every hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. At the end of each book, we would have a 10, 15-minute break. I would go in the back, okay, and stretch my back like crazy. And then it became okay, and then I went back. And it only took about 5 minutes for it to get worse again. So I endured the pain for the whole sutra. Why? Because I'm very vain. In the Master Shinho's temples, unlike ours, there's always left side is women here, that temple, left side is women, right side is men, okay? And the men would come late. Usually at Sunday mornings, we start at 8, reciting at 8. I would come at 8. But the real regulars would come at 9 because they know, okay? They know that's just a lot of work. There's no point in getting yourself too tired. You know what I mean? And then so the real men will come at 9. And after about half an hour, because they're a lot more experienced than I was, they got a lot more training. So after half an hour, they would give up. Okay? They kneel, and if you kneel, if you're not used to kneeling, it's a lot of pressure on your back. Okay, on your small back, okay? Not to mention your knees and your legs, okay? Because you're numb. And so they're moving, shifting around, and after half an hour, they gave up. They stopped kneeling, and they would sit down and then recite, seated. But so I noticed that, because I was not very, I noticed when the men give up, and they actually, the Chinese, when they give up, they give you a sigh. Okay? So the men will give up, and on the woman's side, there is a assistant manager. They don't have abbots there. because not good enough. Kung Fu not high enough. Okay, so they have assistant manager, short woman, real short. Why is it Chinese people are so short? Anyway, the short woman, okay, somehow she knew these people are scary. Somehow she knew, so every time a man would give up and give a sigh, I think she heard it or something, she would look back and give a dirty look. You weakling.
Oh, jeez.
These women, these nuns are so arrogant. You know, it's amazing. And I look at that, I say, I ain't gonna let you laugh at me.
Gee.
So I endure the pain. How stupid of me. Because all the men gave up. They all sat down. And I was the only one left on my knees, kneeling. And that was my first time. Yesterday.
Thank you, Master. Ru Kang says they recite Earth Store Sutra at Gold Wheel, run by 2 or 3 nuns.
Yeah, they do that. So the Chinese now, instead of practicing the typical Chinese temples, they don't do Chan like we do. They don't do Chan Chi like we do. What their followers like to do is they recite sutras. And really, I also been to another smaller Chinese temple, and the master there, he bought 2 houses in Pasadena. I hope they haven't burned down yet. Okay, so he bought 2 houses. Okay, and his disciples are general contractors, so he modified it a little bit so that they converted the living room into a Buddha hall, basically. And he would organize recitation sessions like that, where they would recite sutras for 2 or 3 days, and he would charge them at the time $1,200 per head. That's how he sustained himself. He will organize his recitation quite a bit, okay? And so I realized that that's what the Chinese like to do. They recite sutras. What about Koreans? You recite sutras too? No? Yeah, grandma, 6.
저기 한국에서 통도사 다닐 때인데요. 아침 공양을 스님들이 드시고 한 100여 명이 모여가지고 금강경을 매일 아침 1시간씩 독송하는 걸 들었습니다.
In Tongdosa, after the breakfast, 100 monks got together and recited Vajrastra for 1 hour.
And they do it kneeling or what? How do they do it?
그거는 방 안에서 하기 때문에 문을 전부 다 닫고 하기 때문에 보지를 못했습니다. 방문 앞에서 듣기만 했습니다.
They are inside the room and I was outside. I just heard the sound.
You didn't even try to peek? You know, like open the wrong door, you know, oh, excuse me. What is it with you?
그리고 신도들은 이래 모여가지고 독경하는 걸 저희는 안 해봤습니다. 개인적으로 집에서나 절에 가가 이 남이 듣지 않게 속으로 이래 외우고 이러거든요. 그리고 소리내가 이런 건 못 봤습니다. 단체로 하는 거는.
I never seen the lay people got together and recite together. Just
Sunims recited, but lay people did not
예,
recite.
그 학인 스님들하고 한 100여 명이 모여가지고 하는 거는 들어봤습니다. 통도사에서만.
Okay, so this lady, hey, careful, don't laugh. Tungdosa is one of the scary temples in Korea. You go there, you'll be frightened. Okay, you go there and say, oh, this temple is so strict. You know? Very good. So no lay people, huh? Anyone else knows? What's your experience? How do Sunims recite? I'm curious because Tungdosa has a lot of enlightened Sunims. That's why they're so strong. Yes? And this lady is from that Tungdosa stock. That's impressive. No wonder.
예, 저는 통도사를 한 7년 다녔는데 새벽 예불을 거기 많이 갔습니다. 울산 시내에서 한 40분 운전하면 가지거든요. 그러면 3시 반쯤 도착해가지고 아침 예불 마치고 그러고 집에 옵니다. 예.
I've attended the morning ceremony for 7 years. I drove 40 minutes from my place, and then I arrived around 3:30 in the morning, and I attended the morning ceremony, and I came home.
At 4, and you drove 40 minutes. Wow, this lady is crazy. It's early in the morning. But that, even in the winter time?
겨울에도 눈이 오지 않으면
If there's no snow, I went.
I say, you should have gone with snow. You would have been enlightened already. But that's impressive. You know, that temple is a good temple. They produce a lot of good sunims. The Koreans should go there and learn from them, get training from them. And anyone else? Does anyone else in Korea know what Tungdosa sunims do when they recite sutras? I'm curious. Yes, JMT.
와서 제가 경험한 건 저는 송광사를 다녔는데 제가 송광사 다녔을 때는 저녁 예불을 끝나면 그 법당에서 전예불 끝나고 나서 원각경 보안보살장이나 금강경을 독송했었어요. 금강경 전체가 기니까 반 정도. 그러니까 네, 일단 한번 끊을까요?
So I went to Songgwangsa after the evening ceremony. In the Buddha hall, people recite the Vajrastra or the perfect enlightenment sutra.
Okay.
송광사 송광사의 학인 스님들이 했던 거니까 그거는 잘 모르겠고 저는 전체 대중들이 저녁 예배에 참석한 모든 대중들이 다 함께 독송했었고 금강경 같은 경우는 반 정도 했었어요. 전체가 32분으로 길잖아요. 그러니까 중간을 나눠서 이렇게 교차로 그렇게 했었어요. 네.
I don't know about the 스님 in Songgwangsa, but all the people or assembly got together after the evening ceremony and we recite the half of the Vajrastra because the Vajrastra is so long.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And seated? How did you recite?
마스터, 제가 관찰했던 걸로는 선방 스님들은 결과부자를 하셨고 학인들이나 행자님들은 반과부자를 하셨었어요.
The Chan monk, they said full lotus, and then others, they said half lotus.
And lay people?
마스터, 제가자는 그냥 저 같은 경우는 저는 그때 당시에 제가 화두 참선을 했었기 때문에 결과부자를 했었고 일반적인 제 친구들이나 제가자들은 그냥 이렇게 반과부자나 결과부자 하지 않고 그냥 양반다리라고 해야 되나? 그냥 이렇게 좌식으로 앉아 있는 그런 자세였어요. 송광사는 앉아서 경을 독송해요.
In my case, I did a Hwadu practice at the time, so I sat in full lotus. Other people, they sat just comfortably.
I see. So Ipche here said that the sunims recited separately. They didn't mix sunims with lay people. Was that your experience too?
마스터, 제가 말씀드렸지만 송광사 같은 경우는 총림이기 때문에 선원이랑 유런이랑 강원이랑 다 같이 있어서 강원 스님들이 따로 스케줄이 있었고요. 네.
So Songgwangsa has a big temple. They have a Chan and they have a Vinaya school and then they have a Sangha University. So Sangha University has their own schedule.
이제 저는 제가자였고 이제 제가 경험했던 거는 저녁 예불 끝나고 원각경 보왕보살장과 금강경을 반 정도 매일 같이 독송했었고 그거는 전체 풀로 참석해야 됐었어요. 네.
So at that time, I was a layperson, and then after the evening ceremony, every assembly got together and recited the Vajrastra, or the Perfect Enlightenment Sutra.
And so Sunims recited with you.
네, 맞습니다. 그 강원 스님들하고 같이 했었고요. 참고로 마스터께서 성광사 방문하셨을 때 만났던 방장 스님 때 그 전에 방장 스님 때 제가 다녔거든요. 쌍스님 괜찮으세요?
Yes, we recite together with the trainee 스님.
The trainees, so they're not real Sunims. They're like novices. So as Ipche says, you're not allowed to recite with real Sunims. You recite with fake Sunims.
마스터, 죄송한데 이게 각 사찰마다 다르고 같은 사찰이라도 누가 경영을 하느냐에 따라 조금씩 다르거든요. 그러니까 제가 경험한 걸 그냥 말씀드렸습니다. 이상입니다.
Yeah, we get to the bottom of it eventually.
Each temple has a different system, and then depending on the abbot, they have a different.
Of course, yeah. And the reason I'm curious is that I know that temple has a kung fu. They have Sunims who have some kung fu. I haven't met them. I met only one retired abbot, and I saw the rest of them on videos. So they're pretty much about the same level. And so that's no surprise that the old abbot, he liked the retired abbot liked our old abbot so much. He was very curious. When I sent the old abbot to see the retired abbot of Tungdosa, I sent XC to go there just to test their reactions. The guy liked him right away. But when he saw me, he just liked me a lot. But I think he was more excited about XC. I think he thought XC is higher level than I am.
예, 그랬습니다. 노스님 무척 좋아하셨어요, 거기서. 네.
Yes, they like the old master very
They're very, very interested in the old monk. And when we were there, I brought myself, and who was there? XX was there. XZ was there too, no? No XZ. XZ was there. Okay? And he was not interested in XZ and XX. He was interested in me. But it's sort of like, yeah, you're a nice guy. I am. Don't look at me like that. He saw my heart. Hey, what's happening to you? Are you okay now? The head is clear? No problems right now? No problem? You see, I told you. He's a black hole. When they fast, they're black holes. The people who fast, stay away from them. Friendly tip for the rest of you. Aren't they scary? You see, if he's able to do that now, imagine that we teach him how to do when he's normal. Scary, man. That's why we're very worried about you teaching too many tricks to you, and you go out there and go back to the real world and really create havoc. Anyway, interesting guys. He's right here. You sitting and you're witnessing. A big boy reduced to a crybaby. Yes, 3.
Thank you, Master. We have a comment here from Robin Sandalwood. This was Robin's nest before. She verified that for me. Okay. She says, Master, I have a question. I already recite the names of many bodhisattvas every single day. And I noticed that Master Shenhua has a great affinity and connection with Maitreya Bodhisattva. Perhaps should I recite or add Maitreya Bodhisattva's name as well?
No, it doesn't hurt. However, I would not recommend you go to Tushita heaven. Okay?
That was one of her questions.
Yeah, don't go there. And that's we go to better place. Tushita heaven is for. Yeah. these people. Okay? Yes, JMT.
Thank you.
Thank you, Master.
You're welcome.
제가 우리 한국에도 그 건강경 독송 모임이 있는 것을 좀 소개해드리고 싶습니다. 이 월정사에서 우리 5대산 월정사에서 매달 그 둘째 주 토요일에 전국에서 그 버스로 동원해가지고 뭐 한 수백 명, 200~300명이 모이는 걸로 알고 있습니다. 그래가지고 전번에 10월 달에 그 팀들하고 함께 그 보타라카산에 갔는데 중국 가서도 그 같이 그 독경을 하고 그랬습니다. 그래서 그 독경하는 모임을 봤더니 그 스님들과 함께 그 결가부자나 반가부자 팀으로 해가지고 같이 했었습니다. 저는 이제 같이 결가부자를 좀 하고 일부는 넣었는데 스님과 함께 독송했는데 철야하는데 열기가 아주 대단했습니다.
Master, I want to introduce the recitation gathering, assembly, the Vajra, they recite the Vajrastra in the Woljeongsa every month, the second Saturday, from the all places, 200 or 300 people gather and they recite together. And in October, they went to China and then they recite together. And then they recite with the Sunim. And they sit full lotus or sit half lotus. And they recite the whole night.
Yeah. Yeah, continue. Is he done? Yeah, thank you for the suggestion. That's one more thing we could do, okay, is we can recite sutras. And since it takes more people to organize it, you can recite like at night or you by yourself there, you can cross your legs and recite sutras. That's a very good thing to do, a very powerful Dharma door. If you combine that, you combine sitting in legs crossed with reciting sutras, it does wonders for you. It's a very, very good thing. Yes, JMT.
마스터, 지금 말씀드린 건 경전에 관한 게 아니라 레벨에 관한 질문인데, 그러니까 제 생각에 그냥 추측하는 게 아니라, 제 생각인데요. 그러니까 마스터께서 사찰에 방문하셨는데 마스터한테는 별로 관심 안 보이고 마스터 XC한테 관심이 보였다는 게 네.
Master, this question is about the level, not the sutra. So it's not my guess. When you visited the temple, they didn't show interest in you, but they show interest in Master C.
물론 마스터 씨를 다 누구나 마스터 씨를 보면 호감일 수는 있는데 그냥 제가 그냥 질문인데 오히려 레벨 차이가 너무 많이 나면 알아보기가 힘들었던 건 아닐까? 그게 맞는지 그게 질문이에요.
So everybody loves Master C, but my question is that if the level is too much different, then is it hard to recognize it? That is my question.
Well, now you asked, I will tell you. If you don't ask, I don't tell you. Well, I'm glad you asked. I have 3 habits, so I train them differently. Each one is doing different things for me, and that's why I need them to develop certain skills for me, okay? To help you. It's not about me. It's about these habits need to do and be a certain level so that they can help you when I'm not here, okay? And they need to be stable enough. And I don't want them to disappear and do the things. That's what I expect. And so I have 3 habits, and so I train them differently, because of their different interests. And one of the ways I train them, if you're curious, is that because you get to see me and discuss problems that we have we need to talk about. And I would share with them how I fix problems, my personal contact, my personal experience with this master, that master, and so forth, and give them tips and so forth, to teach them, to give them insights. And one thing I don't teach them is this. I notice that the two abbots imitated me, imitated my low key. Wherever I go, I'm very, very low key. And I never try to stand out. So when I went to Tung Dosa, I just play with that old monk a little bit, the old abbot a little bit, and then I stopped. But he liked it. He liked that. He was very, very curious as to he could find another monk who's as strong as he was. He didn't think I was stronger at all. So he liked it. He liked it. He showed interest. Actually, towards the end, he became respectful. But he's rather full of himself. But my two abbots there who went with me, I was very proud of them. They're so low-key. That's my style, And that the retired abbot could not even see them at all. That's why he ignored them completely, And whereas the XC is a different thing. He never observed my low-key thing. And he, being old and probably not too far from retirement, he's more interested in showing off himself. Especially you have Vietnam disciples, Thai disciples. They're constantly trying to test you. If you're real or not, you have kung fu or not. And you wouldn't believe the things they do to him. And he still goes to them. I'm really find it funny. If you try to test me, I would throw you out right away and walk away. And I say, you are so disrespectful. I'm not. You don't ever have a chance to see me or talk to me again. I blacklisted them as well. And so that's why he showed up, and he doesn't know how to disguise himself. When you observe me, if you have a skill, you observe me, you see that I'm low-key because I disguise myself. So my other two abbots, whose kung fu much higher than XC, picked it up and said, okay, we're going to disguise ourselves. So no one notices us wherever we go. People leave us alone, And that's how we want it. That's why XC, wherever I go, I need someone to pay attention. I bring XC along. So that's part of my toying with Tung Dosa. I sent XC there by himself, and Chung Yin Sunim there by himself. It's funny that they didn't see Chung Yin. They looked down upon him because he's sort of like the grand disciples, the great-grand disciples or something. So the first thing they do is that, you're low. You're too low for me. In Buddhism, there's certain teaching Dharma. They'll catch up with you very quickly. That's why it tells me they don't have certain Dharma. That's why they feel that you need to put in the hours, the years before you can get there. That's how they get there. Everyone got there. So when they look at Chung Yin, they said, this guy is my great-grandchild or something, he's too low. So there's these prejudices right there immediately. That's why they completely ignore Chung Yin. Whereas I send him to another temple.
정인 스님한테 무시하진 않고요. 정인 스님하고 노 스님하고 두 분이 들어가니까 너는 어디서 누구냐 이렇게 말씀하셨어요. 조계종 옷을 입고 가셨거든요. 정인 스님이.
They didn't ignore Jongin S님 when the Master XC and then Jongin S님 went together. They asked, "Where are you from?" The Jongin S님 at the time wore the joge or the clothes.
Did they ignore you, Jongin S님? Speak up. We're gossiping again tonight.
뭐 이렇게 무시하는 걸로 느꼈습니다, 저는.
I felt that they ignored me.
Yep. Because I know their prejudices. When I talked to them, I knew that these people have certain blind spots immediately. That's why I sent two of them, Chung-yin. Okay, I told Chung-yin to go there to verify that they have the blind spot, and then XC to verify that they would be impressed with someone who doesn't know how to disguise himself. See? Yeah. They ignore him. Hey, old woman. Old grandma.
무시하시는
무시.
분 같지 않았어요. 그냥 아랫사람한테 하듯이 너 어디서 누구냐 이렇게 말씀하셨어요.
That's our fun. We go around and see what people do, how people cultivate, and why that's how they got there, and why they're there and not a little bit higher, and so forth. And that's how we learn. Okay. Yes, JMT.
마스터 말씀하신 대로 들리세요? 네, 마스터 말씀하신 대로 일반 불자들의 선입견이 나이가 많고 남자면 더 레벨이 높을 거다라는 선입견을 가지고 있는 거에 동의하고요. 네.
As Master said, I agree that people have some prejudice that they think if they are men and then they are old, they think they are high level.
그리고 종인 스님을 알아보기는 정말 힘들 것 같고, 그다음에 이제 제가 마스터께서 테스트를 하면서 모욕을 준다고 하셨는데, 선지식을 바로 알아보기 어려운 낮은 레벨에서는 테스트를 안 할 수는 없거든요. 네.
I think it's very hard to recognize Jongin S님. And then
Why is that, you think? What's Jongin S님's problem?
종인 스님이요? 종인 스님의 문제는 너무 귀여운 게 문제예요.
His problem is he's so cute.
그리고
Oh my God.
그다음에 제가
So girly. Oh my God.
이건 모욕이 아니라 그냥 정말 진심이고, 그다음에 제가 종인 스님 처음 봤을 때가 2021년도 위산사인데, 그때 종인 스님의 레벨이 그냥 성문가였는데 제가 종인 스님 알아보는데 2달 반 걸렸어요.
It's not insulting. I'm serious.
Yes. You find him cute.
되게 존경하지만 귀엽습니다.
I respect him and he's cute. So when I first met him, he was already in the Arad range, but I couldn't. It takes time for me to recognize him.
그러니까 종인 스님의 이런 표현이 좀 그런데 진가라던가 수행자로서 포텐셜 여러 가지 존경스러운 부분에 대해서 제가 인식하는데 2달 정도 좀 걸렸던 것 같아요. 3개월 있는 동안에. 네.
So I stayed 3 months there together, and then it takes 2 months to recognize his real value, real potential.
So now you recognize him.
전체는 다 못 알아보고 그냥 존경하고 귀엽습니다. 이상입니다.
I didn't see the whole thing, but I respect him and he's cute.
Okay. Is he cuter than before?
단식하셔가지고 네, 전보다 유산사 때보다는 귀여워요.
Yes, cuter than Way Mountain Temple.
Cuter than at Wei Mountain Temple. So he cured her when he came back to Korea.
맞아요.
Yes.
Stay away from him, okay? You scary woman. Okay, thank you. That seals the fate of Jungin Sunim. We prefer ugly-looking monks. What do you have to say for yourself, Jungin Sunim?
이제 부끄럽습니다.
I feel shame.
Why are you ashamed? Why?
Not shame is shy.
Shy.
I'm shy.
You're shy. How old are you?
40. I'm 40 years old.
40 years old. You're still shy.
Sorry, master.
Okay, you don't know how to dress. Okay, I don't know the Korean style. Okay, but when you wear Sangha clothing, our style is that you have a robe outside and you have a sash. You don't wear another thing on top of the robe. Okay, it's too fashionable. Okay, unless like when it's very extremely cold, you want to have an overcoat over yourself. It's understandable, but you don't wear like you. It's if I were you, I'd wear something like bright orange. It looks nicer. Okay, you wear something like that. Get a vest in wool or something. Okay, smaller size. Okay. And wear it inside your robe. Okay, guys, pay attention. This is not a fashion show. Okay, we all look the same. When we get together, all of us, we stand up there, we all look the same. Okay, same robe, same sash, and whatever. Okay, don't draw attention to yourself. And you should pay attention. You're young, you should look at your seniors. Okay? How they dress, how they walk, how they talk, how they eat. Because when you're able to sit closer, that's why you're able to observe more. Whereas other people can only observe from far away. Okay, where are we? See, look how fashionable it is. The vest and I looking. Vest there. Look at that. Yeah, very warm too. Yeah. I don't know what to do about his cuteness. This is a curse. See, all the women behind him are all giggling. So how do you deal with the fact that women find you cute? It's not there. My women here too, the girls here in America also, they all say, wow, he's so cute. He looks like Earth Store Bodhisattva. I say, no, he's no Bodhisattva, let me tell you. So what do? If women find you cute?
이게 친절하게 대해줍니다.
You ignore it? You pretend it's not, that you're not?
I'm trying to be nice to them.
No! You idiot! No! When women find you cute, you absolutely don't want to be nice to them. That seals your fate, man. Young man. That's it. You cannot be nice to women who find you cute. Absolutely not. So what do you do, when women find you cute? I have no idea. Never happened to me. Help. Hey, older women, grandmas, what are we supposed to do when women find us cute? Grandmas, speak up. Help us out. Yes, JMT. I'm sure that Jumi has some suggestions.
종인 스님이 성견 주명이 있으셨나 봐요. 저한테 한 번도 잘해준 적이 없었어요.
He never be nice to me.
He's never been nice to you. So that's why you don't follow him to JC? See, in our temple, we talk about everything. Anything and everything. If he's nice to you, would you follow him to JC?
네, 마스터 가고 싶습니다. 남편이랑 잘 얘기를 해봐야 될 것 같아요. 부탁드립니다.
Yes, I want to go. I have to talk with my husband.
정말로 JC에 가고 싶습니다.
Oh my God.
I really want to go to JC.
You want to go to JC?
네, 저는 종인 스님을 존경하고 귀여워하지만 종인 스님은 저한테 잘해주지 않기 때문에 매우 안전한 관계예요. 네, 이상입니다.
I respect 종인 스님 and I felt he's cute, but he never been nice to me, so we are safe.
You're safe. So, Jungin S님, how come you never nice to her?
네, 무서워서 도망 다녔습니다.
I'm scared of her, so I run away.
That's the right attitude. You don't want to be nice to women. Show them you're scared. Let me tell you one small tip for all of you who are aspiring to become a monk with us. Or not. Okay. There is a rule of thumb in the Sangha, okay, that the Buddha taught. As soon as a woman approaches you and she shows her teeth to you, run. You understand? The rule of thumb is that for you monks to pay attention, when women, okay, they come to you, they're close to you, they talk to you, whatever, but as soon as they smile and show their teeth to you, that's when you want to run. That's the rule of thumb. Oh, the women don't realize we know their tricks. Okay? It's not about being nice. It's about if they show their teeth to you, run away. Excuse me, I need to go, do something, bathroom or something. Okay? That's a rule of thumb. Same thing with nuns. When men come to you, talk to you, and then they start smiling and showing their teeth to you, do a quick exit. Okay, how did we get here again? You guys are really terrible gossipers. And you like this a lot more than the Dharma itself. Yes, 3.
Thank you, Master. Robin Sandalwood has quite a bit she wants to ask you, and I'm going to try and consolidate it just a little. She says, if I may, I want to ask Master some points about fasting. He recommended that I put on weight, but truthfully, I am obese. And I have been able to fast 2 days before, and my husband of 8 years, her boyfriend of 8 years, who I love dearly, says he can take care of me if I fast even up to 1 week.
Men don't need to gain weight. Simple, okay?
She says that she cooks with everything she cooks and eats has onion and garlic, so I have to struggle to meditate because of my diet choices. And she wonders if she can report every day to say how her fast is going. And as before, she just wants to remind us that she's fasted 2 days before and has been successful.
I don't know. Whoever wants to help her, you can volunteer. Okay. All right? Yeah. All right. Very good. Anyone, anything else? Yes, JC.
Hello? Master, you were talking about Songgangsa and then I think we went to another track.
No, it's Tungdosa, not Sunggwangsa.
After Songgwangsa, somebody talk about Tongdosa. After Tongdosa, we talk about Songgangsa, right?
No, it's not Sunggwangsa, it's Tungdosa.
아니래요.
Yeah, what did you want to say? Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know. So,
Yeah, you find him cute.
who?
Jongin.
I found 범진스님 cute, not 정인스님.
I'm glad you picked up the microphone. You find him cute.
범정스님, not 정인스님. The woman at Songgangsa is cute.
The other one you find him cuter. I see.
Yeah.
He likes
For
old. This woman likes old men only. Yes, one.
Thank you, Master. I've been enduring a lot of the Dharma sister and female side of the perspective for Jongin Sanim. Could I offer some Dharma brother perspective?
Sure.
I think it was 3 or 4 years ago now, I still remember this. I knew when I interacted with Jongin Sanim that American Mahayana was going to transcend countries and borders, and it was going to be just fine. And he shared with me that he had seen the show Breaking Bad, and there's a character, Jesse, and he gave me the Breaking Bad Buddhist greeting.
Breaking Bad, I never saw that show. Yeah? What is it?
He said, Sapyo.
Sakyo. And what is that? What does that mean?
Okay, I'll break it down. Yeah, so for the Westerners in the room are laughing.
So, I'm sorry. Shucks. Now I'm gonna be busy tonight. Gonna be busy night.
So, Breaking Bad is a quintessential top 10 American TV show of all time. Jesse is a character who has an amazing arc, growth, and he starts out as like a simple, like a street punk. You would call like a he deals in illegal things, but he's like what you'd call like a yo. So like a simple greeting you'd say is like Jesse was known for saying like yo.
Yeah, I do it too.
And then,
I used to. Yo.
And then from an English major perspective, just to break it down, the sup is a Western truncation of what's up, like what's up, man?
Zup.
Sup.
It's up.
S-U-P. Sup.
I read it as Z-U-P.
S-U-P.
Sup. It's
Sup.
not Z-U-P. See, my brothers, they call, hey, sup. And then we go through this, all the greetings.
That's exactly right, Master. That's perfect. So,
but it's for the brothers.
Why I wanted to give the Dharma brother perspective, just to save Jongin Sanim from all the female cuteness. But I just wanted to say, when Jongin Sanim did the Breaking Bad Buddhist greeting for the first time that I remembered since those 4 years ago, he had the slight Korean accent. So the sapyo was just perfect. 감사합니다.
You're all jokers. It's too much. Serious tempo here. Okay, I'm shocked. This is shocking. Especially for a guy who first cultivates with us. This is too much. So anyway, we have 20 minutes to go. Is there a question, comments? Yes, Seven.
Master, what if a disciple hears the sudden teaching and they're by themselves and they think that they're enlightened and they got it, but there's nobody there to certify them?
When you enlighten, then you need to seek certification. Yeah, you damn right. Okay, that's the Buddhist style, where traditionally, when you are enlightened, you're supposed to seek certification. And the Master Shenhua is the only exception I can think of, where he actually became enlightened. He never talked about seeking certification, maybe because he can't tell people he was enlightened. But we all know he's enlightened. Okay, so that's what you do. Because you need to verify, because in this day and age, the demons can come and confuse you and make you think you're enlightened. And there's quite a few people like that out there or here as well. They think they're enlightened, okay? If you're enlightened, you should have someone else who has real wisdom certify you. You cannot say, I'm enlightened, I believe I'm enlightened. It doesn't work that way in Buddhism. Okay, anyone else? Anything else? Okay. Going back to slide 174, he applied a lot of effort in cultivation. And so he worked very hard. And so you can see this monk here to be a very intense cultivator, constantly reciting sutras. Okay, you recite 500,000 times certain sutras and many sutras. That's very time-consuming, as you can imagine. But he worked very hard, very vigorous, which is what? An aspect of the Chan training. You have to be more vigorous. That's the tip I'm going to give you tonight. If you do it right now, that's what we tell you. You know, we tell you you sit for an hour, okay? You sit a little bit longer next time. That means that you apply more efforts next time. That's the principle behind our tip to you, okay? You really apply effort, more effort if you will, okay? So you see here, he applied efforts, but because he's sincere, so he applied more efforts naturally. Whereas you, who are weak and who are Americanized, we can only tell you apply a little bit more effort, a little bit more, and you'll be amazed on how of the difference it will make on you. And however, he fell ill. Now, this is a fact. People who cultivate will not get sick. Their health improves across the board. Okay. However, he fell ill. His illness very serious, and his life was in danger. So some pretty serious thing happened inside his body. Okay, and knowing him, even though he's serious, and because he only needed to recite sutras, he would still continue to recite a lot of sutras every day. Okay. He never, because he's very vigorous. And the more his life was in danger, the more he recited. What did he recite? Not sutras, I was wrong. He recited Maitreya Bodhisattva. Okay? He said, Namo, future Buddha Maitreya Bodhisattva. So his disciples asked him, why do you So they know the Dharma of Maitreya, the Tushita heaven Dharma versus the Western Bliss Pureland Dharma. That again was in the pretty early, right? And they have the Pureland Dharma already, the Pureland Sutras already. That's interesting. When was Huiyuan, Great Master Huiyuan, when did he start? What year did he get started? Did he start teaching Pureland Buddhism to the Chinese? DTT comment.
Master, I remember about 600 to 700. I think he's Master Huiyuan is a disciple of Master Daoan too.
Daoan too? Okay, so the Pureland school wasn't started yet. How come this? See, you need to check for discrepancies. Why would they talk to him about this? Because I don't think they knew about the Pureland Dharma. The Western Bliss Pureland Dharma is preferable over Tushita Heaven Dharma. Anyway. All right. Yes, 3.
Thank you, Master. Jane Clymer says Pureland School was the head of the Chinese Chan School.
Master.
Yeah.
So according to ChatGPT, Master Huiyuan started to teach, started to speaking Dharma publicly in 385.
So they're still after this monk here, yeah? But it doesn't mean that the materials weren't available at all. Okay, this guy is what? What year was he? Excuse me.
It's around the Jing Chao, Dongjing. This guy is also in Jing Chao.
So they're about the same period? Oh, okay.
Correct.
Okay, thank you. All right. So anyway, I'm just curious. It's just double checking the information. So he recited Maitreya vigorously, Maitreya's name vigorously, and then the disciples asked, "Why do you not seek rebirth to Western Bliss Pureland?" And he says, "It's because my master," meaning Tao An, Great Master Tao An, and his Dharma brothers, they're all together, 8 of them. They all vow to be reborn to the Tushita heaven. Okay, and and all the other 7 are there already. Okay, only one left here who hasn't gone yet, so he can't wait to join them. Okay, he wants to be with his master and his Dharma brothers. Okay. All right, he's probably still up there. All right, and Maitreya Bodhisattva, Maitreya Buddha is very good in China as well. So I'm pretty sure they're all under good hands. Yeah. So he said, I must seek to be reborn to Tushita heaven to meet Maitreya Bodhisattva and to reunite with my teacher and my Dharma brothers. And he recited even more sincerely, and his disciples saw a light coming in. And he himself saw this light as well himself, and it made him even more earnest in his recitation. and eventually he died. And he looked very peaceful, very happy when he died. And so this is a case of another master, great Master Tao An's disciples who have sway virtue and who was enlightened. Okay? All right, any questions and comments? Okay. You see, the one thing that's kind of interesting here is that Master Tao An had 7 good disciples who practiced together, who cultivated together, and they all vowed to be born and be reunited at the Tushita inner court. And this is a reminder for you that this is what happens to all of us. We have these vow forces, vow power that will keep on pulling us together, okay? And the reason that many of you have been able to stick around and like it and cultivate more is because in the past you also liked it and you cultivated with us before. Excuse me. It's very difficult for you to be able to keep on coming and getting a lot out of it, okay? And even though our community is small, but it's very solid because in spite of some people who eventually fall off for various reasons, the rest of you stick around and keep on coming back and being supportive of a community is because you get a lot out of it, okay? And that's, we make no excuses about it. It's about the community is created in order to benefit you, okay? So that's why it's rather difficult for others to join. It takes a lot of blessings to be able to follow, keep up with us. But if you're able to, it's only because you develop samadhi power and you like the peace and the bliss, okay? And it's no substitute for it. It's not the food, it's not the gossiping, it's how you feel inside, okay? And your blessings that stir you into the right directions and maximize your blessings and open your wisdom. All right? And another point here that I also like to bring up to you for your attention is that they have a lot of sages. These sages, apparently to me, these disciples of Master Tao An are probably all are sages who vow to come to help Master Tao An to propagate the Dharma. Okay, just like the Buddha's disciples, the 1,255 of them, vow to follow him everywhere to propagate the Dharma, not to mention the multitudes of bodhisattvas who were also trained by the Buddha. All right? And so these disciples there, this particular master here, monk here, was apparently to me, he went there to support Master Tao An to propagate the Dharma. And so it's kind of cute. It's kind of nice to see the devotion and the loyalty, okay? And he's there, and he was able to inspire some disciples of his to cultivate as well And that's all we can hope for, that you yourself will inspire others to cultivate and get some real benefits out of cultivation, okay? And then it's worthwhile for you, okay? So that's why this particular monk here, and I forgot his name, I apologize. The question that remains is, how come he became gravely ill? Okay, if he cultivated, why did he become gravely ill? Because typically, when you cultivate, your health is supposed to improve, and your life is supposed to lengthen, not shorten at all. That's because when you increase your samadhi power, okay, your life lengthens, your lifespan lengthens. If you decrease your samadhi power, your lifespan shortens, by the way. So the reverse is true, okay? If your kung fu, your samadhi level decreases because of various reasons, then your lifespan also decreases. That's the way it is, okay? But here, this guy here, he cultivated, and he probably peaked already at this point. He didn't have the technology to keep on going, okay? And so, but he became gravely ill. Why is that? Yes, one.
Thank you, Master. Is it, I don't know, I'm just guessing. Is it possible it was a similar situation that happened with Great Master Shenhua, where he took on the karma of other people?
Unlikely, because the way Master Shenhua did it, it is because he had the kung fu to be able to do that. I don't think this monk here level is high enough to be able to do that. Okay, he can't. This is insider information. People like Master Shenhua would be able to do it because his skill level is pretty advanced. His Chan skill and tantric skills are very, very advanced. Okay, much more advanced than his disciples, and that's why he's able to do that. After he's done, he's gone, none of them would dare do it. That's the litmus test. Do you dare do it? If I come to you, I'm crazy. Yeah, I know. It's sad, isn't it? I'm really crazy. And if you really don't have kung fu, you would not dare touch me at all. Master Shenhua never bothered. It never bothers him. As a matter of fact, when Master Shenhua, I remember this thing is kind of interesting. When Master Shenhua went to Master Xu Yun's temple, okay, and Master Xu Yun was speaking Dharma, and there is someone in the back making noises and creating disturbances, okay, and Master Shenhua was there. And so he, along with another monk, fought that demon. And Master Xu Yun simply ignored him because Master Xu Yun didn't have the skills to deal with that. Okay? And so that tells you that Master Xu Yun constantly meddles. Okay? That's why eventually he caught up with him. And the body... it's not that particular case, but healing people, it will do a lot of harm to your body. That's why his disciples never dared do it. Okay? And Master Shenhua's problem has another problem. That's why he died so young. Yes, 7.
Master, I was wondering, why did he recite the name of the Buddha of the future... Namo Maitreya Buddha.
Instead of reciting Amitabha Buddha's name, he basically are making a vow to be reborn to Shita heaven and be with Maitreya Bodhisattva. And if you do that, Maitreya Bodhisattva will most likely come and get you, because he got good references from his master and his Dharma brothers. Okay, so now it's about him. That's a good question. About him getting Maitreya Buddha's attention, so that when he dies, Maitreya Buddha will come and bring him up. Okay, because to make sure that he joins his master, because I don't think that the way he works here, I don't think he can really have much control over how he's going to be reborn. Okay, so you need Maitreya Bodhisattva's help. So anyway, Master Shenhua, when that guy in the back who was actually possessed by a demon, was making noises and making it look bad. Okay, I mean, Xu Yun, Great Master Xu Yun, look bad because when you speak Dharma, okay, and people down there are like heckling you and making a lot of noises, it shows no respect to you at all. Okay, but Master Xu Yun couldn't do anything. So Master Shenhua, which is something that the Buddhist disciples are supposed to do, so he combined with another monk. They took care of the demon. They fought the demon, and the demon left. Okay, and which brings me to anyway. Time is up. I don't want to tell you another story. Anyway, and so that tells you that Master Xu Yun has some limitations in not being able to deal with some demons. Okay, because that's what they do. When you speak important dharmas, they will come and create and heckle us and create disturbances to challenge us and see if we're able to defend our territory. Okay? And you can't. You have to ignore it. All right. And finally, the final point I'd like to make tonight, because we gossip too much, we need to shorten this. And Jumi, are you moving to JC? Never mind. Final point here is that why did he die and became gravely ill? Okay, it's a karmic illness, meaning that it's time for him to die, no matter how much he cultivated. Okay, it's time for him to go. Okay, and so what actually happened, I think, I'm not there, I don't know for sure. What happened is that they activated a seed in this monk's eighth consciousness that is designed to kill him. Because we have all such seeds, okay? It's a matter of when they mature, that's all. You have to be careful, okay? Don't walk around with a big head thinking, I'm enlightened, I'm special, okay? No one can touch me. We all have a seed of something in here that can kill us. Okay? That's why be humble. Don't challenge them. Doesn't matter who you are. We have someone who could kill us somewhere in here, in the eighth consciousness. So the more arrogant you are, the more reasons for them to mature and kill you. Okay, so anyway, it's time for him to go. He did his job. He supported his master. That was his seems to be his purpose in life, was to go through difficult circumstances, to grow up and simply devote his life to be a monk and inspire people to cultivate and believe Master Tao An. Because basically back then, You are a disciple of Master Tao An, you have support from the kings, and Master Tao An is very rich. He has a lot of support. So he will give you temples, and if people know that you are a disciple of Master Tao An, they will come and study from you. So his role seems to be to propagate Master Tao An's Dharma. Okay? And so he did his job, and he stuck around long enough, even after Master Tao An was gone, and it's time for him to go. That's all. So don't think that when you cultivate, you get sick and you die. It doesn't work like that. You're supposed to get better. Okay? Have no fear. When you cultivate, you will get healthier. And if you improve, if your samadhi level increases, your life will lengthen, and you'll be healthier. Okay? Yes, in the back.
Master, following with this chain of thought, some of us here is to support Master, so before Master go, can we follow along?
You want to die too? Go to Maitreya Bodhisattva?
No,
if you can figure out a way how to do that, I don't mind. I mean, you know, they want to follow me. I don't know what for. If you know where I'm going next, you will not like it. You don't want to follow. Don't you want to know where I'm going next? I haven't made up my mind yet. There's so many good places. I'm thinking of Italy. I changed my mind from Bahamas to Italy. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.